Yeah, thank you very much. This is about the resumption of Tumaini high-level peace process for South Sudan. The talks resumed this morning upon the arrival of the government delegation. So far, we have had two meetings, separate meetings between the mediation and the government, mediation and the opposition, as well as joint session this afternoon, basically to deal with some housekeeping issues in order to refocus the parties towards how we will resume and where we will resume from. And basically it is to focus on the draft framework which we developed towards the end of last year, which carries a number of agenda items. Number one is to define the relationship between Araxis and Tumaini, the complementarity nature. The second one is to address some of the issues to do with the structure and mechanisms that the government has raised, and that needs to be clarified. The third one is responsibility sharing, and the fourth one is the date of the signing of the agreement. So those are the main issues, and tomorrow we will start with the government delegation to receive a comprehensive response to the draft framework that we developed last year.
So the next thing is about the military, the UPA that has just been formed by the opposition. Does it have any effect with the ongoing peace process?
Yes, the opposition communicated officially this morning to the mediation about the formation of United People Alliance. In our estimation, it will not have impact on the mediation process. As far as the opposition is concerned, this was done for administrative purpose in order for coordination, for seamless communication within the group. So the mediation has no issue with internal reorganization of parties into their different formation, only that they should be peaceful and that they should remain focused to the peace process. No destabilization or disruption of lives of the people and livelihood and the government of South Sudan. That one, we have made it clear to everyone to ensure that peace is maintained, stability is maintained, and that we ensure that as mediation, that is adhered to in our rules of engagement.
There's been this recurring adjournment of the peace talk here for consultation and for some other reasons. What are you going to do this time around as mediator to make sure they don't adjourn this talk again, to put it to an end?
Yeah, as you are aware, you may recall that last year we were engaged so much on some procedural issues, matters of procedures. Mm-hmm. But this time we have overcome matters of procedure and we are focusing on the substantive issues. Mm-hmm. And therefore the parties will remain focused. The mediation will ensure that they remain so towards substantive issues. There's a lot of things that needs to be tied. You remember we have dealt with 8 protocols, which we need to reflect on it, the government, the opposition, and the stakeholders, so that we tie them, the loose ends together, so that we finalize and have agreement as soon as possible.
All right. Last year, before the government traveled for consultation, there was a statement that was made by a government delegation that they have been denied to do a presentation for the document that they are having. And on the other end, the whole out group did not want to listen to that document, citing the previous agreement that was put forward by the then negotiators. So this time around, is it going to be the case, or will they have, both of them, will they have a forum whereby they will do some presentation on what they need to be done?
This is exactly what I talked about, matters of procedures. Okay. And that procedural matters we have now overcome because the government, of course, wanted to present their position. The opposition, of course, stuck to the protocols. So what we have decided to do is to identify areas of common understanding and areas of points of differences. Those differences were distilled into about 4 agenda items, which are now contained in the draft framework. So the parties will now focus on the draft framework. This is where I say now we are embarking on the substantive issues. And the government will now get its opportunity to deliver comprehensive response to the draft framework. They can do it using their position paper, which they said were denied last year. So therefore, everything is good to go.
Okay, yeah, the principle, President Kiir and President Ruto envisioned this in December to end in 2 weeks, but it has actually delayed up to this time. Would you mind telling us what time do you see that this will be concluded?
Both sides and the mediation understand the urgency of the matter. Therefore, we are focused, we remain so, to deliver this within the shortest time possible.